In this video, you'll discover Tony's personal philosophy, a simple system of thinking that creates extraordinary results and an amazing level of personal fulfillment. It's his life management system for becoming more productive, effective, healthy, and wealthy, while also feeling driven and inspired each and every day. And that's what I'm going to show you on this free training. We're going to help you come up with a life plan that allows you to create a balance, where all the areas of your life work together. I know that sounds like a big promise, but I also know that if you're watching this video, you've probably tried other things in the past to take control of your life and achieve true success. Because as you know, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure, right? In fact, you've probably already achieved a great deal of success because you're watching a video learning how to be even more successful. But what you're really looking for, what we're all looking for, is a way to get what we want out of life and have the passion and energy and joy we deserve to feel all along the way. And you've already know time management doesn't work because it's based on what you need to do, not what you want. Sure, the systems you've tried might have fancy names, calendars, worksheets, or maybe even an app, but an app's not going to change your life. You know, we weren't designed to be slaves to our to-do lists. But that's what time management ultimately forces us to do. You make all your choices when you plan, and making that plan feel so good, right? Then you get motivated for about a week, then everything starts to feel like work. Because all these systems have you plan your time, but how can you make a plan for your time if you don't have a crystal clear vision for what you want out of life? So if you've tried and failed to find fulfillment, you're not alone. But if you're looking for a real change in your life, it's also not going to happen on its own. We've all been programmed to work and achieve, but we've never been taught how to do that and feel great each day. You don't need a system to manage your time. Time isn't your problem. How you feel is the real challenge, right? Doing more, serving more, giving more, but then also feeling great. And that requires a new system of thinking. That's actually the reason Tony developed the RPM system for his own life back in 1978, and he's used it ever since. RPM stands for the Rapid Planning Method because it's about the fastest path to real and meaningful results. You see, Tony had huge dreams about what he could accomplish and give in life, and he wasn't satisfied just thinking about it. He needed a simple, clear, step-by-step system for successfully achieving those goals without sacrificing a sense of control, certainty, and fulfillment. So he tried everything on the market, all the time management systems, all the fancy to-do lists and planners. In the end, they're all the same. Sure, they had fancy names, clever doodads, but they're still just glorified to-do lists. They might give you a sense of satisfaction in the moment as you cross things off your list, but they don't result in any kind of consistent progress, much less actual meaningful achievement. He needed something that changed his way of thinking and that caused him to focus on the results he was after and why he wanted them, rather than on activity, because activity and movement are no guarantee of progress. Once Tony applied the RPM system to his life, he experienced massive success. Today, Tony is the owner or partial owner of over 50 businesses with combined sales of more than $6 billion a year, and he still has the energy to contribute to the causes he cares about and spend time with the people that he loves. In fact, before I get into the training, I need to tell you, our mission is to help people succeed, whatever that means to them. This system that he's asked me to share with you, it's the secret sauce. It's everything. I'm telling you this now because the system does take some work, and I don't want you to see the work and focus on the work and feel the pain of that work, without also knowing that this is the most powerful thing Tony could ever ask me to share with you. RPM is a step-by-step system for taking anything you envision in your life and making it real. It's about achieving meaningful results and ultimately giving you more time for what really matters to you. We're going to break it down into a simple, repeatable system that can help you train that pattern of thinking, to help you set that groove and prepare yourself to make the RPM method a part of your mental operating system. So I really want you to take this seriously, because learning's not going to change your life. Doing the exercises once is not going to change your life. A planner's not going to change your life. Only you can take control of your mind, and in doing so, take control over your life. So let's dive in and prepare to take massive action. Okay, what is RPM? The R in RPM stands for results. Instead of asking, what do I need to do in RPM, we ask a better question. What is the outcome or the result that I really want? This keeps you focused on what matters, and it's how you get your time and your life back. Now, the P in RPM stands for purpose. Why do you want the result? What will it give you? When you associate your activities with a purpose that's important to you, it will give you the emotional drive to follow through. Purpose equals drive. For example, your result or outcome might be to lose 20 pounds enjoyably and keep the weight off. When you tap into your purpose, which might be to have more energy, to be able to connect and enjoy your kids more, to kick butt and take names, to feel and look better, you see, it's your purpose that gives you fuel and energy and passion to chase your desired outcome, no matter what. And the M in RPM stands for massive action plan. In other words, what specific action steps can you take towards your result? Here's another way RPM is different, because it's the result that really matters. You don't need to actually complete every action in your plan. It's the 80-20 rule, right? Usually it's just a small number of actions that get you your result. Now, if you're an overachiever, this idea of not completing every activity on the list might stress you out a bit at first, but I promise you, it will set you free. Having a massive action plan designed to help you get your result allows you to operate with both certainty and fluidity, so you don't feel shackled by to-dos, but rather you have a menu of options that are going to get you where you want to go. Just to say it's simple, the RPM method is based on 3 questions. What do you really want? Why do you want it? And what is your massive action plan to achieve it? If all you did was train your mind to constantly ask and answer these 3 questions, you'd be light years ahead of the pack. But training your mind sounds an awful lot like mindfulness, which is good, but it's also hard, which is why I'm going to spend a few minutes explaining more about the RPM system and how we can guide you step by step to apply these questions without relying on remembering in the moment. Sound good? As I mentioned, RPM is a top-down approach. Most people in time management systems have you start at the bottom with what you need to do. But remember, when you focus only on what you need to do, you feel stress and overwhelm. And where your focus goes, your energy flows. Remember, what you focus on, you feel, whether it's true or not. But when you focus on what you want, you feel energized and fired up. It also protects you from wasting your time and energy on activities that don't align with your result or purpose. So how does the RPM system help you get clear on what you want? It goes beyond the 3 basic questions and gives you a system to capture these answers, a system to plan that will give you a greater sense of control and certainty. So here's how it works. You might need a piece of paper, or if you want, we do offer a planner that walks you through this whole process, which I'll share more about later. But for now, I just want to show you the most important part of the rapid planning method, and it's a process we call chunking. For example, you know how everyone is always telling you to break your projects down into really small steps because each step is somehow more achievable? But that's only true to a point, right? Because if you have too many steps between where you are and where you want to be, you can feel overwhelmed, confused, possibly even hopeless. Complexity is the enemy of execution. It's the reason why you sometimes make a really good and detailed plan, which felt great, but then once the plan was made, you get what? Overwhelmed. You see, most people are only able to focus on a limited number of things at one time. In fact, most of us remember best if things are grouped into 3 or fewer items. After that, we get overwhelmed and stressed. If you've ever caught yourself knocking quick but unimportant items off your to-do list just because your list was getting too big, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, chunking is the process of turning more into less. Here's how it works. You take all your wants, needs, ideas, tasks, follow-ups, and appointments, anything you would put onto a to-do list, and we're going to capture, sort, and group them according to the result they relate to. For example, check out this list. Do any of these items share a common result? Definitely. To make a chunk, we simply group those items together. Using this process, you can easily turn 12 action items into just 3 or 4. Applying this concept can give you incredible results and help you clear your mind of all the noise and confusion from having too much stuff bouncing around in there. Remember, where your focus goes, energy flows. What you give your energy to, you're going to get more of. Chunking is a tool you can use right away to shift your focus to the result you're trying to achieve rather than a stressful task list. Next, I'm going to show you how we use chunking to create an RPM block, which is where everything you've learned comes together. To create an RPM block, you're going to capture all your ideas, wants, needs, and tasks onto a piece of paper. This would be an example capture list for someone in the movie business, someone with a really impressive professional network. Next, you're going to chunk them based on shared results using an individual RPM block, which looks like this. This is where we get to use our 3 questions. What do I want? What is the result this chunk of actions can help me achieve? Then ask yourself, why do you want it? What is your purpose? What will achieving the result do for you? What will put a fire in your belly each time you think about it and drive you to take massive action? And then, of course, the 3rd question is, what are you going to do? What is your massive action plan? In this case, we're converting an existing to-do list into a massive action plan. But this works just as well when you're creating a plan from scratch. Another thing I should mention here is that this doesn't need to be perfect, and that this is both an art and a science. So some items might relate to a couple different results. There might be several ways to group them. So don't focus on perfection. This process of creating an RPM block is the magic of the rapid planning method, because it takes the 3 questions of RPM and turns them into a repeatable process that keeps you focused and driven to achieve your vision. When you're done, all the elements, ideas, and tasks floating around in your head become action items in the pursuit of a common outcome, each relating to one of only a few important, meaningful, and manageable results. Instead of hundreds of things racing around your mind, you have maybe 5 to 7 areas that get serious focus. And because those areas are all organized based on what you want, your focus goes to your future vision. It's how you turn work into play. Tony always talks about how he hasn't worked a day in over 20 years because every day is play for him, because it's in pursuit of his vision, his results. And that's what this can do for you. It sounds so simple, but our psychology is that simple. It works. The fact that it's simple means that you really can do this. If it was hard, you might believe it was magical or sophisticated and then have all this belief, but it wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to use it to change your system of thinking. It needs to be simple to work. Now that you've seen the real magic and power behind RPM, I want to show you how we break it down into a simple 5-step process you can use every day. We call them the 5 master steps of RPM planning. The first step is to capture and chunk. You know all about that now, right? Then in step 2, you create your RPM plan using the technique I just showed you for building RPM blocks. You'll repeat that process for each chunk to create your RPM plan. Step 3 is all about taking massive action. It's when you commit to your plan and schedule non-negotiable blocks of time on your calendar. Declare when you will work towards your results. The 4th step is to complete and achieve. Wait, what? That's right. Once you have a plan for your time that aligns with your plan for your life, all you have to do is check back in throughout the day and cross off anything you finish or that you decided isn't necessary to achieve your desired result. If life gets in the way, you can always carry over items to the next day. You can't forget about the 5th step, because good habits need rewards. They need to feel good, right? Otherwise, what's the point? So step 5 is to celebrate. Yes, celebrate. Reflect on what you accomplished. You won the day. You made yourself stronger. You did what you set out to do and are moving closer to your envisioned results. This is the time when you take just a few minutes to reflect on your day. What did you achieve? What did you learn? What patterns did you observe? And perhaps even, what are you grateful for? Where your focus goes, energy flows. And what you give your energy and your focus, you'll feel. So take a few minutes at the end of each day to write a few notes in a journal and reflect on the successful day you just had. Tony always says that if your life is worth living, it's worth recording. You know how easy it is to forget things, even important stuff. I mean, how many million-dollar ideas have you had and forgotten? We lose too many insights and miss important patterns, so take a few minutes each day to jot those down. But it's about a lot more than recording and remembering, right? It's also how it makes you feel. You may never look at your journal again, but you'll still get incredible value just taking the time to reflect and organize your thoughts and feelings each day. seeing and savoring your day before it's past. Because you know the secret to a successful, happy life? Successful, happy days. Take a few moments to enjoy all you've accomplished. So that's the 5 master steps of RPM planning in a nutshell. I'm trying to give you the big picture, but I also want you to get it, to see clearly why and how this simple system of organization can help you change your system of thinking and transform your life. At this point, you know what to do. But oftentimes we know what to do, but don't do what we know, am I right? Tony wanted to make this as easy as possible to be consistent because results come from taking consistent, massive action. You can't just learn this stuff and feel fulfilled. You gotta do the work and rewrite that groove in your brain that causes you to focus on things that cause you stress, rather than things that fill you up with joy and energy. And you really need to do it daily. The rapid planning method isn't about some planner. It's a system of thinking. You don't make the plan and then call it good. This is about training and disciplining your mind to achieve success and fulfillment, to make it part of your operating system so you can't help but be happy each and every day. That's what we want for you. You already know what to do, but it needs to be simple and consistent and repeatable. So Tony designed a complete system for you to implement and benefit from the rapid planning method on a daily basis. The first is a vision planner, which helps you get clear on what you want for your life. The second is a life planner. That uses the 5 master steps of RPM planning to help you focus on what you want so you can achieve more joy, clarity, and certainty every day. And finally, there's an RPM success journal, which is a powerful tool that will help you find solutions to your challenges, track your progress, and create the daily practices that lead to an extraordinary life. With all 3 planners, you've got the complete RPM system. This graphic will show you how they all work together to keep you focused on what really matters. So I want to make sure you really realize who this is for. It works for anyone that wants to do and get more out of life. Whether you're a mom, which is maybe the hardest management job in the world, a business owner, a healthcare provider, you could be anything. Because the system isn't about who you are or even what you want. It's about helping you work through and groove a pattern of thinking that will change your life. You might be thinking that this looks like a lot of work. Like anything of value, when you put in the work, you reap the rewards. And once you master the RPM system, it will actually take you less time to create your plans, and you'll also move faster towards your goals. These 3 journals work together to help you create your RPM plans and implement them on a daily basis. They were separated for your convenience. You'll understand why in a moment. The first thing you get is the RPM Vision Planner, which walks you through creating a plan for your life. It's where you put a stake in the ground and declare the results you want and what areas of life you want to focus on and improve. You'll be guided through the process of defining the areas of life that are most important to you and organizing them so that you are making consistent progress in each category. Once you're clear on what you want, the Vision Planner will help you create systems to create unstoppable momentum. It takes a little work, but you'll come back to this vision for each of your categories every week when you do your RPM weekly plan. And if you do this right, when you review it, you'll feel inspired. It will keep you associated to why this is so important to you and ensure you're on target in each of your categories. The Vision Planner normally costs $43 as a standalone product, but you won't have to pay that. I'm going to share a special offer when you get the whole bundle at the end of this video, but that's the Vision Planner. Now I'm going to show you how to actually take those dreams, those visions, and turn them into physical reality. The RPM Life Planner will help you convert your life vision into concrete plans for your months, weeks, and days, all using the same 5 master steps of RPM planning. Because it can't be just another to-do list. Your plan needs to align with the way that you want to think. That's how you can achieve maximum results while experiencing fulfillment in the process. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is the place where you begin to say, it doesn't matter how complex my goal or idea is or how difficult the plan may seem, I know how to simplify it quickly and get results. I know how to take this dream that I want over the course of the next quarter, year, or 2 years, and I know how to reduce it to things that I'm going to do right now, today, that I'll enjoy doing while I'm producing the results that I'm after. These planners have enough space for 3 months of master planning, and they typically are valued at $43 when purchased separately. Again, You won't have to pay that. We've got a great offer for you to get started with the whole system. And just to clarify, the Vision Planner is typically used for a whole year, sometimes longer. Whereas the RPM Life Planner only has space for 3 months at a time. It can't be too big to carry or you just won't use it. Which brings us to the RPM Success Journal, which is designed to help you write down your thoughts, explore your ideas, develop empowering habits, and document your life. It's more than a diary or notebook. It's a powerful tool that will help you find solutions to your challenges, track your progress, and create the daily practices that create an extraordinary life. The journal is also valued at $43, which brings our total value for all 3 journals to $129. But Tony wanted me to make this offer irresistible. So for a limited time, we're also throwing in several free bonuses valued at more than $400. To help you take action right away and overcome any stumbling blocks, you get a free RPM coaching session with someone just like me. Our team can help you uncover your blocks and answer any questions you might have. That's another $150 value that's being offered for free when you get the whole bundle. Now, before you jump on that free coaching call, you'll want to take advantage of our other 2 bonuses. The second bonus is a full DISC personality assessment and report, which is a $50 value. Why a personality assessment? Because on our journey of discovering what drives you, it's important to identify what may be holding you back from success, as well as the traits, motivators, and behaviors that propel you forward. When you take the DISC assessment, you'll learn how to leverage the various aspects of your personality for a life of achievement that aligns with your personal values. The full DISC report also helps RPM coaches like me maximize our time together on your free call and really zero in on what drives you and what holds you back. The third bonus is a focused RPM training course taught by Tony himself. This course is only available as part of this exclusive bonus offer, which also includes access to a Facebook community that will help along your path to success, and that's a $99 value. The last bonus is $100 off your ticket to Unleash the Power Within. If you haven't already attended UPW, then you must attend this incredibly powerful event. Over 3.5 days, Tony will help you unlock and unleash the forces inside you to break through your limitations and take control of your life. By the end, you'll literally feel like you can walk on fire. Now, these bonuses were all chosen to help you better understand the RPM system so you can get maximum value from it. Before I reveal the final price, let's talk about this for a second. Once you have this RPM system, you'll be able to get rid of your endless to-do lists, mindless activities, and other people's demands, and really create a clear vision of what you want and why. You'll get more time in your life for what actually matters to you by leveraging the 80-20 rule, getting 80% of your results with 20% of your actions. And you'll have a system to reflect on life lessons, learn from past experiences, and record them in a way that will serve you in the future for always. But really, what we're talking about here is fulfillment. Tony always says that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. Well, this system is what he created to help you find both. It's everything he knows about the science of achievement and the art of fulfillment organized into an action plan you can use right away. That's worth $529, don't you think? Most of my clients who implement the RPM system get 10 hours back each week minimum, and that's just the time savings. Would you pay $529 to get 10 hours back each and every week? Of course you would, but you won't have to, because for the next 48 hours you can get all 3 journals plus all the bonuses for just $109. That's a $529 value for just $109. You can find out more about that offer when you click the button below. But I'd like to get back to coaching and try to help you tie this all together before we wind down this training series. Because you really only have 2 choices, right? You can choose to do nothing, but you know what will happen if you don't take action. Nothing. Nothing will change. But if you take this leap of faith and actually do the work, I can guarantee your life will transform. Like one of those morphing pictures, your life will shift from what it is today to the picture you have in your mind. We are so confident this will work for you that Tony's willing to offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. We'll even refund the shipping costs. So you have nothing to lose, and in my mind, everything to gain. Because fulfillment is everything. So the real question is, are you willing to risk a bit more time actually trying this out? because learning this stuff won't change your life. You change your life when you take massive action. So one more time, with the complete bundle, you get all 3 journals, the entire RPM system, plus a free DISC personality assessment, RPM coaching session, another video course taught by Tony himself, and $100 off your ticket to Unleash the Power Within. And you can get the whole package for just $109, which is 80% off the $529 value. But remember, those bonuses are only available if you purchase the bundle within the next 48 hours. After that, the bonuses are gone forever. So that's $109 to become not only more productive, effective, healthy, and wealthy, but also fulfilled, driven, and inspired. Thank you for joining me for this training series. I hope you got tremendous value out of it and that you decide to use this information to take massive action towards a life of purpose and fulfillment.